What's going on, gamers? Here we are with some more Outriders, and today I'm going over quite an easy basic guide, but just showing you how once you've reached expeditions, how you can kind of change up your currencies and how you can get titanium and such really easy to kind of upgrade your gear. So if that interests you, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back, we guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, why not hit that subscribe and bell icon, and I'll bring you all the latest and greatest in Xbox gaming, and of course a lot more Outriders along the way. But for today, you're here to find out how you can kind of get your hands on titanium and other resources so that you can actually gear up and make your way through those expeditions. Now, I say easily, however it is not completely easily. You do have to play, you do have to acquire certain things, you do have to do some expeditions. But I did join a couple of people and neither of them actually knew about this one trick. And it's something that's actually in the game and it's supposed to be. So if you have a little look over here, here are your vendors. Just over here is Tiago. He sells kind of the best gear that you can get at the moment, so the legendary pieces and some really nice epics. And just over here is Bailey. She also sells a lot of epic gear, and sometimes you will just want to kind of gear up a little bit or find something that's got a really nice roll to it. You may well get some god rolls here, so it's well worth kind of checking. However, if you're completely broke, these will all be greyed out. So as you can see down the bottom, I only have 262,000 scrap, so I cannot purchase anything. However, if I go to this fella just over here, so as you're kind of making your way through the expeditions as such, you will get Droppod resources. They are really good, but to be perfectly honest, sometimes they're better to be used in other ways. So if you didn't want to spend them on this fella's stuff, which to be perfectly honest, it can be quite expensive, so if I show you this one right here is 42,664 Droppod resources. If however I didn't want to spend that, or I didn't have quite enough but I still needed to gear up, there's an easier way. If you go over to here and go to sell, your Droppod resources, as soon as I can say it, are actually worth an absolute ton of scrap. So 5 of those are worth 390 scrap. So if I click on that and press my right on the D-pad, if you have a little look, just selling 300 Droppod resources gets me 23,000 scrap. Now I'm going to chuck obviously quite a bit on. I might as well grab a bit of scrap while I'm here. And there we go. I think if memory serves me right, 9999 is pretty much the max, so try to make sure you kind of don't go over that as such.
Few moments later.
Now because I've got that, I can now go back to Bailey just over here and purchase stuff with scrap. Now obviously you won't have quite as much. If you're just starting out, you're not going to have 848,000 for your Droppod resources, but you may well have enough to buy enough scrap to buy a few nice items from here to gear up. Another thing you can do, if there's nothing here that's going to help you gear up, but if you wanted to upgrade some gear and you were running really low on titanium, if you have a little look here, this is where you can buy the stuff. So if you're running out of iron, you can buy that for scrap. If you're running out of leather, again you can buy it for scrap. And most sought after out of all of them is titanium. If you're running out of titanium, guess what? Exactly the same again. It will cost you a bit of money, but you will very much be able to upgrade, especially early on, your gear and help yourself along the way in order to kind of go up those tier levels a little bit faster and a little bit easier. So yeah, pretty much go to here, do some expeditions, try to get some silvers and golds, get some nice Droppod resources and change them up for what you need to either get gear or to get titanium to upgrade gear that you already have. If you don't know how to do that, all you do is jump over to here, go to the gear you want to upgrade, click on it and you can either level it up to the highest that you've actually currently got. So for example, if you were all the way to world tier 15, you could level it up to 50, but it will be however tiered you are at the moment. Or you can change the mods on it, or like I said, just over here, you will be able to upgrade your anomaly, your status, your skill, whatever is actually on that piece of gear, which will cost you an abundance of titanium, but at lower levels not quite as much, and it will definitely help you to get through the game. Right, all you guys and girls, I'm sure some of you knew about that. I'm sure some of you are thinking, why are you telling us the obvious? But I have seen quite a few people that didn't actually know you could buy and sell and kind of trade your resources from these two vendors. So I thought I'd put it out there just to kind of help a few people who may well not have known about it. But as always, I'll be bringing out a lot more content, a lot more hints, a lot more builds and some fun gameplay. But for now, take care. I'll see you all next day.